Here are top 10 signs something is fishy. 1. Change in speaking form. A telltale sign that someone may not be telling the whole truth is irregular speech. A person's voice or way of speaking can change when they lie. First, McCrary employs a strategy of identifying a person's habitual speech and behavior patterns by asking simple, typical questions, such as their name or place of residence. This allows him to see any changes in speech or characteristics when asking more difficult interrogation questions. 2. Use of disagree gestures. If a person says yes but shakes their head no, it may indicate that they are not telling the truth. As Dr. Ellen Hendrickson, a clinical psychologist at Boston University's Center for Anxiety and Related Disorders, points out in Scientific American, inappropriate gestures are body movements. Does not correspond to a person's words and gestures that tell the truth. In Dr. Hendrickson's example, if someone said, "Of course, I will cooperate with the investigation," and shook their head slightly, they might not be telling the whole truth and nothing but the truth. 3. Don't say enough. When truth-telling witnesses describe what they have seen and are asked, "What else?" more details revealed. But when liars were asked to tell more than their prepared stories, little or no further details were given. Researchers cited in the American Psychological Association, APA, call these people liars who deceive by omission, who, when asked to answer questions or provide additional information, details, often giving less than those telling the truth. This can be quantified by phone call recordings, eyewitness testimony, or noticed by the absence of descriptive words in conversation. Another way for researchers to verify facts is to ask people to recount events. Truth-tellers stick to the same story while providing more details, while liars often make mistakes and create another story without adding any details to the original. 4. Talking too much. On the other hand, researchers at Harvard Business School have determined that liars are trying to deceive by stretching the truth with too many words. Since such a liar may fabricate things as they go on, they may also be inclined to add superfluous details to convince themselves or others of what they are saying. They can also embellish with words that a truthful person wouldn't think to add. Other linguistic clues revealed in this study suggest that liars tend to use more profanity words and third-person pronouns, e.g. he, she, and them, to stay away. Any first-person implication, e.g. me, mine, mine. 5. Incredible advanced or down in vocal pitch. In the same APA article, an important point was raised around culture, context, and communication regarding lie detection. Dr. David Matsumoto, professor of psychology at San Francisco State University and CEO of HumanTell, a consulting firm that trains readers to read human emotions, points out that researchers need to look at cultural biases when determining whether someone is lying or not. For example, his research on lie detection found that Chinese participants tended to speak with a higher pitch when lying. In contrast, Hispanic study participants spoke in a lower voice when lying. This study indicates that nonverbal cues of lying can be correlated with cultural differences, which should be taken into account rather than just judging based on one's own cultural beliefs. 6. Direction of their eyes. Much has been discussed on the topic of honesty and eye contact. A common cultural belief in the United States is, if a person does not make eye contact, that is, they are not telling the truth, while in other cultures eye contact may be seen as unreliable in a certain context. A study titled Eyes Without Eyes, published in 2012 in the journal PLOS One, disproved the idea that people look left or right when lying. However, a 2015 study conducted by the University of Michigan and published in Time magazine found that 70% of people in 120 media clips lied when maintaining direct eye contact. 7. Cover your mouth or eyes. Many people want to cover up a lie or hide their reaction to it, which may explain why they put their hands over their eyes or mouth when they lie. According to former CIA officers in their book Spy the Lie, others may even turn a blind eye when lying, as Parade magazine reports. This can be especially true when it comes to the answer to a question that doesn't require much thought. 8. Overexcited. Think of what a child does when asked where the last cookie went. They may lick their lips, look at their nails, or even shake hands and then lie out loud. What's happening is that their anxiety response kicks in, causing blood to be drawn from their extremities, according to former CIA officers cited in Parade magazine. They may be trying to calm this anxiety response subconsciously, or at least get blood flowing back into the extremities, which could indicate they are worried about lying. 9. Finger signs. Pointing or pointing at something or someone else, by gesture or word, can signal an infallible desire to divert an individual's attention and shift the blame onto another, according to Business Insider. Of course, knowing whether the person gestures normally or points frequently can be a useful baseline. However, if someone is speaking with moderation as opposed to hostility including pointing, this aggressive action may indicate someone is lying. 10. Definitely a good lie. Perhaps the easiest way to spot a liar is to let them do it for you. In a study titled Lying Rates, Lie Traits, and Strategies of People Who Call Themselves Good Liars, research published in 2019 in the journal PLOS One found that self-identification as a good liar is a better indicator of honesty than a lie detector. Detector. This study found that good liars mostly told small lies to direct colleagues and friends and focused on telling simple, clear stories. The easy conclusion from this study is that if someone brags about being a good liar, don't believe them.